Guys, Kenwood Sports, man. I'm back with another one, man. Back to talk about these Buffalo Bills at the Houston Texans on Sunday. They NRG in Houston. I feel like Buffalo Bills got one. They're gonna have a tough one on their hands right now. I know they got a bad taste in their mouth from that Baltimore game this weekend, but listen, before I get into it, if you're watching this video, like this video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm dropping some real good content. Hit the notification bell too. That's what I hadn't been telling y'all. Hit that notification bell if you subscribe, man. I got a few new subscribers that came through. I appreciate everybody who subscribed. I appreciate everybody who leaving me a comment. I appreciate everybody who liking the videos. Somebody calling me right now. I don't know why I ain't put this phone on airplane mode, but I ain't gonna let that stop me. The show must go on. But listen, man, I'm gonna talk about my picks too, because I'm 3-3 right now since the season started. If you ain't been watching my videos all the way through, then you don't know that I'm 3-3. You might not even know that I've been making picks. I started out 0-2. I think that was my first video talking about 0-2. But listen, the first game I took was Baltimore versus the Chiefs. I took Baltimore. I lost that. The second game I took the Packers against the Eagles. I lost that. The next game I took was the Falcons versus the Chiefs. The Falcons versus the Eagles. I won that. Then I took the Chiefs versus the Falcons. I won that. Then I took the Dogs. The Dogs, right? The Dogs versus the Bulldogs. Versus the Crimson Tide. I lost that. Then I took Baltimore versus the Buffalo Bills. So that made me 3-3. 3-1. The last 4 picks. I think I can start getting on the road right now. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for subbing. I appreciate everybody for subscribing. All that support. Supporting is very, very important. I appreciate it all. But man, the Buffalo Bills, man, they just lost Von Miller. I was telling y'all that I don't really trust nobody on their defense. The best person on their defense, even though he old and stuff, Von Miller, he was already dealing with something, bro. Because he had just come back from an injury. But the dude had his legal situation with his partner. He just got suspended for 4 games, so he gone. Taylor Rapp, I think he got a concussion, so he might not even play. He probably the best person on that defense outside of Von Miller. He might not even play. And Khalil Shakir, their #1 receiver, he not even that official as a #1 receiver anyway. But that dude, he hadn't even practiced. He hadn't been even practiced. He got a messed up ankle or something like that. So he not even there. Buffalo Bills is at a disadvantage right now when it come down to pass catchers. They got Mac Hollins, who came from the Falcons, the big 6'4" dude. You know they got Dalton Kincaid at tight end. I do like him. That's an advantage that they got. Well, some help that they got. Then James Cook. I do like what James Cook doing, but if the Texans go back and watch that film, which I know they will, they're going to see how the Baltimore Ravens stopped him. They shut him down last week. And he was one of their main factors in the first 3 games that they had versus the Cardinals, Miami, and the Jaguars. And the Jaguars, man, they just been spiraling out of control. Y'all seen them last week versus the Texans. The Texans did a little something in the first half. Then they went the whole second half of that game without even really scoring until their last drive and got that win. I told y'all, bad teams find a way to lose and good teams find a way to win. That's what the Texans did in that game versus the Jaguars. It was 20-24. It looked like the Jaguars was probably going to pull it out. I know they came in that game real, real desperate, and they still end up losing it. When the rubber needed to meet the road, CJ Stroud, he went into that bag that the Jaguars thought they had the game in the bag, and CJ Stroud went down in there and said, let me get that, and he took it. But listen, I don't know how much of a problem their running game gonna be for the Texans this time, because really they ain't had no run game like that since that first game when Joe Mixon went off. He must have went out that second game because he hadn't been there the last 2 games with his ankle. He been limited in practice. I don't even think he practiced today either. But they need him back, bro. They need him back. I'm not gonna lie. That pass game is good. Nico Collins is good. We already know Diggs from the face the Buffalo Bills, his former team. I know he want to get his shine on. Bro, this game right here, the defense of the Houston Texans, the secondary, Stingley, Ward, the front 7, they're gonna have to get out the Josh. Who I said? Who's that quarterback? Josh Allen. So they're gonna have to get after Josh Allen, man, because they really, the secondary, I feel like they're gonna lock down on those receivers that they got out there. Like I said, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir probably not even gonna be out there. Khalil Mack. They also got Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel out there. He been moving around a little bit, so I don't really think of him as no threat. But you know what? You gotta respect everybody and underestimate nobody. That's just the way it go. Cause the minute you do that, that's when guys gonna get off on you. But that front seven, man, with Will Anderson, man, with Danielle Hunter, man, that back end, man, with Ward and Stingler, I just feel like they don't really have, the Buffalo Bills don't really have the personnel right now to deal with these dudes. The offensive side of the ball for the Houston Texans, they got to get back on track. Like I said, they had 17 points going into that fourth quarter, and I told y'all before that game, the Texans had scored 7 and 6 total points of the last 6 quarters of the 2 games that they had played. Okay, they still 3-1. Both of these teams 3-1. This is a big matchup. I think this is a big matchup for the AFC standings, man, because the Buffalo Bills, that game that they lost to, and the way that they lost, I feel like they're gonna come out with some fire. The way they lost, because they had went 43 straight games without losing a game by more than 6 points, and that's significant, man. That's very significant. So I trust that Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, who came over from Carolina, who was at LSU, who was with the Saints. I know his game. The Buffalo Bills been winning a lot without him. I mean, since he been there, since he took over. He took over toward the end of last year. I think they ended the year probably like 5-1, including the playoff game. But so if you take that 5 with 3 that they won this year, they're probably like 8-2 since Joe Brady took over. Okay, but it's gonna be tough to do that in the NRG this weekend, man. CJ Stroud, he over 1,000 yards. He got 2 picks on the year. Nico Collins, their leading receiver, and I told you Khalil Shakir. Okay, I don't know why they let them Shakir. He their leading receiver, but I don't know why they let Gabe Davis go out the door, knowing they ain't really got nobody like that. Keon Coleman, he's still young. He dropping passes last week. He had a wide open pass down the sideline. He missed that pass. He should have caught that and brought that in. And he represent for Louisiana too, man. Louisiana putting them receivers in the league, bro. I'm telling you, man. He one of them. I hope he do good, man, because he from out there in Opelousas, Louisiana, where my dad from. I heard him and what's CD Lamb. I heard they related too. They family members. CD Lamb from Louisiana too. We got Justin Jefferson. We got Chase. We got all them boys, man. Louisiana, we put them in, bro. But at the same time, I'm expecting the Houston Texans to come away with this win. I'm going with the Houston Texans, bro. We're going to see what happens. We're going to keep a close eye on this. Josh Allen has not thrown a pick. I don't know if I said that, but Josh Allen has not thrown a pick this year. He's, 800 and something yards? He's thrown 800 and something yards and 7 touchdowns in the first 4 games and has not thrown 1 interception. I expect him to get an interception this game, and I expect the Houston Texans to win this game. So we're going to see what happens, man. Listen, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Go ahead and hit that notification bell if you subscribe, so you'll know when I drop the videos. And I got the best sports channel on YouTube. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'll get with y'all in the next one.